Literally, I'm just like.
Where do you rate his power, Shane?
I mean, he has pretty good power. He was down the street with Abel Sanchez gym sparring with, I don't know his whole name, but I know that
Sergey Boachuk.
So the
Yeah.
Bircher, he
I
was
was
down
sparring with
there,
him.
he was sparring with him, and so that's why I was saying that I put him to the test. But Sergey hit him with some really hard shots, and I think that he was gaining the respect of Sergey when he was going to punch at Sergey. So even though he's a little bit bigger, but Sergey 154. But still, I mean, to be able to get the respect that Sergey got to really run in is pretty good.
I think also for me that I feel like I have natural power from being a wrestler, but I think what we're focusing on is like timing and having that good timing for when the right shot lands, he's gonna drop.
Can we add your brother and Antonio Brown to the undercard?
Antonio Brown versus Logan Paul. I think it'll happen. I think like Antonio Brown needs it. It makes sense. It'll be a big fight. They're both athletes.
Are they serious?
I think they're serious.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. Antonio Brown needs money right now. He doesn't have much going on.
His rap video.
What?
His rap song?
Oh no.
That's a YouTube channel.
He has a whole lot of money. His new rap song that just came out.
It's called Whole Lot of Money.
It's called Whole Lot of Money.
If you make a rap song called Whole Lot of Money, you should never be a rapper in your life. You should quit rapping.
He has this No More White Woman campaign in 2020. What do you make of that?
I don't know. It like seems kind of racist, but I don't know. like imagine if it was the other way around. Like some guy was like saying that, like but who knows?
Given the Antonio Brown and Logan thing, how have they talked to any promoters yet? Have y'all talked?
I don't know. I have no idea. Probably. I imagine Eddie Hearn eyes lit up. He's like, he can make some money there. So.
But do you think your brother can? I mean, he's a future Hall of Famer. Do you think your brother can hold up against Antonio Brown?
Yeah, so I talked about it with Logan, and what it comes down to at the end of the day is like you can be the best athlete in the world, but boxing is just different.
Yeah.
If you had the best athlete in the world and you just throw him in with the ring with a guy who's out of shape, but he's been boxing 20 years, the boxer for 20 years is gonna beat that kid's ass. So, it's all about the skill in boxing, and I think Logan would be able to make easy work of him. I just think Antonio Brown would be fast. That's really it.
Jake, you have a lot of confidence. You can tell you strutted in here like McGregor.
Yeah.
You're a little McGregor.
I'm going the beard like McGregor. They're saying I'm McGregor's son.
By the way,
yeah, no, I'm feeling super confident. I'm ready to get this W. There's nothing he can do, or nothing that we aren't prepared for. So it's gonna, we say this in camp, but the easiest day is gonna be the night of the fight. We've already put in the hard work. I've had practices where by the end of it, I'm I'm emotional because of how physically and mentally drained I am. So we've pushed it to the limit. We're just ready to go.
What are you guys doing in these training sessions specifically?
Fighting bears. There's
Doing that Khabib training.
Yeah, Khabib training, swimming in rivers, jumping in Big Bear Lake for ice baths. But yeah.
What's a typical training session like with them?
I mean, you get up in the morning, he does his row work. I make sure that the training session is just not us hitting the bag and punching. Training is also, what you eat, how you sleep. You have to get your rest too at the same time. So a lot of people think they just go and work out really hard and maybe run 20 miles or 10 miles. That doesn't do you any good. So you have to have a system where you run, have your breakfast, eat, come back, work out again, maybe rest a little more, then come back again sometimes. Now we're breaking it down because we're coming in, we're getting ready to come in to fight, so we don't need to, overwork.
Shane, this is the first time we're talking to you since the big announcement. You're in the Hall of Fame now. How does it feel?
Let's go. Well deserved.
It feels great, man. It's a great feeling because, when you're younger, you always dream about being, one of the best and great, and going to the Hall of Fame. I mean, that's a big thing because a lot of people don't go to the Hall of Fame. They don't get a chance to. So for me to be able to make that, that's just the biggest honor. I believe in boxing.
Shane, if a Hall of Famer like you could take him serious, what do you say to the critics that are throwing shade at the YouTube fights? It's almost like the future of boxing.
I mean, it's not the future of boxing, but it's the future. It's entertainment, and it brings a lot of people to boxing, so they can get the younger generation that can get a chance to see it because they say that MMA and UFC were doing that, but to have Jake step forward and want to compete as a boxer. And be serious and go to Big Bear and train through Christmas and be a fighter. That's honor. That's honorable.
Jake, you have the better record between you and your brother.
Yeah.
Who you feel is the better boxer?
I'm definitely the better boxer. I'm a better technician. I listen more. And, I don't think he has that, like, killer mentality. People have, like, talked about us fighting, and he's like, I don't know if I could punch you in the face, man. Like,
Y'all have before.
I'd be like, bro, I would punch you in the face right now. So I don't think he has that killer mentality.
Yeah.
But he's got power and speed, and he's a great athlete.
What did you learn from his fight against KSI personally?
Anything can happen, honestly, and not to leave it up to the judges. I'm going to end this kid before it goes to the judges, because the referee can make any decision and it can come back and bite you in the ass.
Last one for me. It's your birthday weekend. The same fight as Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
weekend.
So yeah, Conor's fighting the day after my birthday.
Yeah. So what do you feel about the return? You going Cowboy Cerrone?
Yeah, I think Conor's gonna win for sure. I think it'll be in the later rounds. I think he'll get that TKO or submission, but
He needs to win.
he has to. If he doesn't win, his career is over. That's a lot of pressure. But I think under pressure, diamonds are created. I operate well under pressure, and I'm sure he does as well. Like he feeds off of that. So.
Where's this
Absolutely. Thanks so much,
tension
bro.
coming from with Dylan Dennis and all that? Where did all that start?
Dylan Dennis is a fanboy. At the end of the day,
From the top. Where is this all coming from? How did it all start?
honestly, I think he just started talking shit about the Pauls. Every other tweet, he talks about me or my brother, and that's how he's gotten clout. He's just a shit talker. He can't fight. He has no hands. The only thing he relies on is taking people down and submitting them. I see eventually either Logan or I TKOing Dylan Dennis and just ending that shit talk, because at this point he was just an annoying mosquito that just doesn't go away, and he's just a fan of us and just doesn't shut up. So that's where I see it.
Guys, we'll pick this up on the other side of the press conference. There you go.
Thank you guys.
Jake, wait, are you fighting it?
January 30th, get your results subscription.
Logan Logan's up there. Still waiting. Oh, here's oh, he's eating.
I don't want to get too in-depth, but our contest is about to go to another level, and we just got way more stuff on the way.
Yeah, okay, we're here at the Jake Paul Big Fight, man. Two fighters.
Jake Paul, first round knockout. I see it in the future for sure. Yeah. Not today.
Do you hear that, kid?
No, don't shake my hand on that statement. You gotta come and shake my hand on that statement. No.
All right, well, it's nice to meet you. I like that one. I see you advertise a lot.
You like it? We gotta do one.
I don't know where you
Show him your skills, McCray. Show him your
First
skills.
round knockout.
From where? Me? I've never done this before. I just used to it and then...
Show him, McCray.
First step. Pull it up. Just catch it on that. Pow.
It's gonna be harder than it looks.
No, it's easy. Just cushion it like an egg. Yeah. You want to try to go straight up.
One more time. Otherwise, I'm embarrassing myself on 1, 2, 3, 7 cameras.
You can't be gifted at everything.
Whoa. Oh, no, not me.
All right, Adam, what do you think of Antonio, Logan Paul calling out Antonio Brown?
I mean, I support all the Paul
Give.
brothers and all.
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, lad. How are you?
Very good, good. So I'm live. It's kind of a crazy setup.
Hello.
So I'm live,
Yeah.
and I got 2 cameras right.
See, so many people have this setup of a camera and then
Right.
wait, 2 phones.
See, 2 phones, bro.
So
I got 2 phones.
Where you streaming from?
Yes, sir. How you feeling today? Good, good.
Like, oh, come on, There we go.
It's all
Sorry.
good.
It's okay. Thank you.
Tell me, man. This all come about. You're
Easier fighter, like who's the soldier boy. He's fighting me. He's fighting me. That's who he's fighting.
when before the amateur fight time, did you have fight experience before that, or was it just
none? The amateur fights were my beginning career to my fighting career. I fought my flatmate Max plays FIFA. Shout out to Max. And my next fight was Jay Swingler. After the Jay Swingler fight, I called out Weller. Weller couldn't do it, but then I'm gonna have to go.
Here we're going. Here we go. Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Thanks, Warren.
No problem.
Been forever. Looks like everyone's gonna go sit down, so I'm gonna sit down. Skipper. What up, though?
What's up? How you feeling? Back again. Hey, I came to your fight. What happened? I thought you were gonna fight.
That's all, Michael.
Guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get this video turning in the front row.
Let's fucking go. How are you feeling, Los Angeles?
Big money Jake! Woo! Let's go, Jack!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live in Hollywood, California, getting set for the big showdown Thursday, January 30th in Miami, Southern California, the same week as the Super Bowl. Jake Paul and Anesongib. We'd like to thank DAZN, who will be streaming the fight live exclusively. So download the DAZN app and subscribe now. And in the United Kingdom, it will be streamed live on Sky Sports. This fight is brought to you by Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing USA in association with OP Talent. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. Besides this fight, ladies and gentlemen, what a card it's going to be. not one, but 3 world title fights on the same card, headlined by Demetrius Andrade, putting his middleweight championship on the line against Luke Keeler. Tevin Farmer versus Jojo Diaz. A lot of trash talk between those 2 guys. That fight has been over a year in the making. It will happen in Miami, and it will be for the Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Also, it's the return of Danny Roman. He'll be taking on MJ Akhmadaliev for his Super Bantamweight World title. Once again, tickets available now, Ticketmaster.com, Thursday, January 30th. Without further ado, let's introduce to you the combatants on the stage now. We'll start with the man to my right. He has approximately 20 million YouTube followers from Ohio, living, training now in Southern California. Please welcome Jake Paul.
Hey, side.
And his opponent, the 7-figure giver, the beast from the East, ladies and gentlemen, from Saudi Arabia, but he represents Bath, England. He is 2-0 in his amateur boxing career. He has over 2 million YouTube subscribers. He is trained by Vidal Riley. Please welcome the man simply known as Gib.
Hello, boys. Big Gibber here. Room is silent. Logan, you little loser. Don't fucking boo me.
All right, Jake, let's start with you first. This is your professional debut. No headgear, 10-ounce gloves, 6 rounds. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
You know, I just want to start off by saying thank you all for coming here today. I'm excited. I'm more prepared than ever. You know, for me, this sport of boxing I've fallen in love with, and it's an honor to be on the card with some legends, some world champions. And I'm excited to put on a good show. You know, we've been putting in the work, training our asses off in Big Bear with the legend right here. It's an honor to be working with him, and I look forward to knocking this big nose kid out January 30th. So that's my game plan. That's what's going down.
How did this fight all come together for you?
This fight started at the Challenger Games. I called this man out. I'm not sure if he knew who I was, but now it's all fallen into the plan. Now here we are, Miami.
You look nervous. Are you nervous?
Doing something like this is something new when it comes to fighting. I'm sure
you're nervous.
Nervous against you? No. Fighting against
you look scared right now. Like your posture, everything.
Well, you will see, lad. We'll see.
You said that I believe you're the A. You believe you're the A side of this fight. Why do you think you're the A side?
The A side. The man's channel has fallen, and all his social media platforms he's fallen. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. He took down my video for a specific reason because I hurt his feelings. The receding hairline comments obviously got to him. And there we go.
My mom has more followers on Instagram than you. Did you know that?
Then why are you falling? Why is there no interaction?
Did you know that
where
my mom has more followers on Instagram than you?
Yeah, that's fine. But how come you got no interactions? Where are your 20 million followers now? Nowhere. You got your goons up there. Just know I make more money off your name than them saying yes for the rest of their life.
You play FIFA, bro.
Yeah, that's cool. I play FIFA. That's what I do. What do you do? Get 10K views a video.
Yo, welcome. This is the real world where people don't give a fuck about views. This is boxing.
You do.
And all you're talking about is
down video. When it comes to boxing,
you're gonna be stuck as a YouTuber for the rest of your life.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You're wearing a fucking Hawaiian tourist shirt, bro.
Oh, you don't like it? You're wearing a white beater. You're wearing a white beater. That's what it is.
Are those Skechers?
Beater.
Do you know what a Richard Mille is?
Richard Mille the watch. Nice.
This kid's a joke.
He has, granted, had more interactions, more likes on his social media than you have. Why do you think that is?
That's not a fact, actually. That's not a fact, Todd. Sorry to interrupt you. No, I average 50 million views a month currently. I don't post. I don't consider myself a YouTuber anymore. I'm an entertainer, a pugilist, and it's just not something I'm focused on. But you actually checked Social Blade recently, and you have 2 million views this past month. And so since you want to talk about views, since you're the one that brought it up and Todd brought it up, we could talk about views.
Yeah. 11 million views for a 20 mil sub channel.
Imagine the view when Gib wakes up in the morning. He's got that big nose blocking his view. He just sees a big fucking nose when he wakes up in the morning. That's his fucking views. You want to talk about views? Suck my nuts.
As far as the boxing itself, how prepared are you to enter the ring against Jake Paul?
This is the fight that I wanted. He didn't want this fight. He originally wanted food to chew, so I forced this fight upon him. So I've been training every day. I've been doing the sparring, I'm doing the running, I'm doing the training. That's all I gotta do.
How come you still look like the Pillsbury Doughboy then?
I don't know what
You're not in shape.
I'm not in shape, bro. I'm more conditioned than you. You got outworked by Deji. Round 3, you lost your conditioning, out of breath. Big Bear ain't gonna save you.
Have you ever
Big
fought?
Bear ain't gonna save you.
Have you ever fought 3-minute rounds?
Yes, of course.
No,
I
you
have
haven't.
going up.
Your last fight was
Of course
4
I have
2-minute
going up.
rounds.
Yeah, but I fought. I sparred.
Your last fight was 4
Bro, you got
2-minute
tired
rounds.
round 3. You think you're gonna outwork me? Impossible, lad. And you know that.
Okay, well, yeah,
you know that.
Yeah. You're, I got a high work rate. I'm gonna come forward. I'm gonna apply pressure. I'm gonna apply pressure. Bro,
Under the spotlights, you are a coward. It is fact. That's why you're going for people like Boozy Tube, Soldier Boy. You got no heart. That's facts.
You could barely beat a kid who is the same size as you. I'm bigger, faster, stronger, better looking than you now. So bigger, faster, stronger, better looking.
Bro, you're getting smoked. I don't know where you get this from.
You fought 4 2-minute rounds. I fought 6 3-minute rounds. You don't know what you're getting yourself into.
You're tired round 3. That's not fighting. You're getting by.
Explain how I got tired when I TKO'd Deji. Do you not understand?
Bro, you fought a guy that had no camp. You got tired against a guy that had no camp.
Oh, he had no camp, but you started yours yesterday. You started your camp January 6th in Vegas. Your team uploaded a video saying, "Oh, welcome to the first day of camp, January 6th. Welcome to the gym. How's your first day of camp going?" And that was 2 days ago. Did you just start your camp? Because I've been training.
When did I arrive to America?
I don't fucking know.
Recently. So that's why. If you're recently,
you just arrived.
That's why I just arrived.
You used all your American Airlines miles to come get knocked the fuck out.
Get a high chair,
I just arrived. So Jake,
no one fucking cares.
Why did you choose to fight him? Obviously, he wasn't on your radar. Why does he get this privilege of stepping in the ring with you?
To be fair, he has a strong, loyal fan base that is KSI fans behind him. I did a Twitter poll asking people who I should fight, and he won the poll. And I was like, all right, the winner of the poll should be the one that I fight. I go to Eddie Hearn, I negotiate a deal. I go to Joe Markowski, I negotiate a deal. I get the deal done, then I bring it to his table.
Why did you nearly pull out?
Say it again?
About 4 days before the end of December, you nearly pulled out. Why?
So
After I did my post, why did you nearly pull out?
Yeah, so say it again. You did a post, right? You did a post announcing the fight, correct?
Yeah.
And my fight contract wasn't signed. So we use that as leverage to make more money. So you put more money into my pocket.
You complained.
Thank you so much.
No money.
Thank you so much. It's called business.
You complained and
Thank you
made
so
no
much.
money.
But your team wanted to move the fight to March because you're clearly not in shape. Isn't that right, Liam? You wanted to move the fight to March. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Let's hear from your trainer, Hall of Famer Sugar Shane Mosley. What kind of fighter is this guy?
Man, he's a beast. I mean, as far as him just starting to come to the game of boxing, man, he has great power, great speed. He's a great athlete. I mean, there's a lot of guys up in there that train with him, that professionals that run with them and do different things, and they can't even keep up with him. He's on a mission. He's upset right now. He really wants to. I mean, I think that it's kind of bad that KSI put Gibbs in front of him, because he really wants to knock out KSI, you know, because he's really mad. But Gibbs is standing in his way, so he has to knock Gibbs out.
What do you think about Gibbs? Have you seen any footage of him?
Let's go!
Oh man.
Speak the truth.
Well, Gibbs, what I've seen in the fight, you know, he's not polished. He doesn't throw the correct punches. Yes, he has energy and stuff like that, but that's not gonna work with Jake. I can't see it working with Jake. So, but that's the footage that I have of him is his last fight. So I don't know what he can do right now. You know what I'm saying? Just like the footage they have of him is from his last fight. So they have to base everything on his last fight. I can tell you that it's gonna look a lot different from his last fight.
What's your prediction? Do you think this fight goes the distance?
I don't think it goes the distance. I think he stops him. And, you know, I'm saying like about the third round. I'm just being honest. I think he stops about third. Maybe earlier he can go into first. You know, I hope that the viewers get a chance to see something. And he does go a little ways. But from what I can see from his last fight, it's a no-go.
Adal Riley, one of the great boxers of our lifetime, our generation. You heard what he had to say. What are your thoughts on Jake Paul and Gibb?
Well, you know, firstly, thank everyone for coming up tonight or today, whatever. It's good to be here as always. It's good to be back. Jake is a good fighter. You know, I'm an honest person. Jake is a good fighter. I feel he's a better fighter than Logan in most ways. So we have to prepare for Gib to be better than JJ was. Shane obviously being in coaching him is good for Shane's experience, but Shane can't fight for it. And that's, from my coaching view, that's how I'm treating it. You know, if we was fighting Shane Mosley, that's different. But we're not. We're fighting Jake Paul. Can Jake Paul do everything?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, I'm joking. I'm saying what I have to say. Can you do what Shane is teaching you? That's the question. We'll find out January the 30th. I know Gib can do what I tell him to do, and he's never lost. And I've never lost as a coach, so I go into this with extreme confidence because I've never taken an L. So I intend to continue that. This will be the last time I coach, and then I'll focus on my own career. That's it.
From what we've seen from Gib, he's very, very aggressive. How do you hone that aggression and turn it into a more polished style that can be effective?
Well, we just focus on defense. You know, focus on defense more. His attack. Fair enough, you can see he can attack. I can see, if Shane can see defense, I can assure you I can see his defense has been bad. And that's something we're working on. You know, a fighter has weaknesses and they have strengths, and we're going to strengthen his weaknesses. That's it.
Shane Mosley predicted a knockout for Jake Paul. What do you predict?
I think Gib will stop him in round four or five. You know, just based on the pressure, being refined.
How come he couldn't stop Jay Swingler, who weighed 170 pounds and is 5'8"? How come he couldn't stop him?
Because that was last year and he wasn't as good then. Simple as that.
He's never stopped someone. He doesn't have punching power. So explain that.
He can stop someone. So if you have checked, he stopped someone.
He couldn't stop Jay Swingler.
That's a fact. He didn't stop Jay Swingler. I don't know what you want to say to that. It's a fact. He didn't stop him. But it doesn't mean he can't stop you. You're a different fighter. Different time, different event. Doesn't matter. You can talk about the past. I can talk about your performance against Deji. Your nose was bleeding. Doesn't matter, does it? Because we're here now. We're fighting this year. So leave the past in the past. Focus on the future. Both guys will come out and fight hard. And Gib will win round 4 or 5. That's my prediction.
You've made it clear that you'd like to fight KSI, avenge your brother's loss. What does Gib represent in that path as your ultimate goal?
Yeah, Gib's a doormat to me. He's merely something I'm wiping my shoes on the path to avenge my brother. You know, my brother lost, because of a 2-point deduction. It was a controversial win for KSI, but KSI got the win, and all respect to him. But I'm just a different fighter. I have a different mentality, and after I beat Gib, KSI is going to get the smoke. KSI has already said he's down. So to me, that's where this is naturally all going. I'm going to be here again in a couple of months after this fool gets knocked out. All of the familiar faces, we're going to be having the same exact conversation, but KSI is going to be sitting across, and that's what's going to happen.
Your thoughts on him already perhaps overlooking you to fight KSI?
That sounds like his problem, not mine. My aim has been to grab that WBC belt that he's lugging around everywhere he goes. And after that,
I don't know what you've been told.
I
don't know what you've been told. Training in Big Ben's pretty cold.
Training in Big Ben's pretty cold.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna fib.
Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna fib.
Jake's gonna knock out Big Nose Gib.
Jake's gonna knock out Big Nose Gib.
And if you're not polite, sir, you will not be allowed at the after party, so mind your fucking manners, all right?
After party at 11.
Why are you talking about fighting?
After party at 11.
Why are you talking?
After party at 11.
Why are you talking?
Have you been to Miami?
Sorry about why?
Have you been to Miami?
The only fight that you've done is allegedly beat women. Why are you talking?
Have you been to Miami? It's lit. Bugattis, boats. You're invited.
Wait, till what? Your party? Fuck your party. And fuck you. I've come for that belt and you're getting party and that's
You don't want to come?
To come to your shit party? No, thank you. Boo.
No?
Boo.
Well, you're invited. You're invited.
Am I invited? Can I come?
Todd, you can most certainly be there.
Thank you. So you're excited about the after party, you're excited about being in Miami, you're excited about fighting KSI. It doesn't seem that you're too into fighting Gib.
I wouldn't say that. You know, I think it comes off as me overlooking him, but again, I know I'm training harder than him, and I'm putting in so much effort. Again, he started his training camp 2 days ago. I've been training with my brother every single day since his training camp started. So, you know, it seems like I'm overlooking him because that's the narrative that we've built. But at the end of the day, I have to defeat him first. So January 30th is what I'm focused on, but I know I'm gonna win. So it's just a natural progression to me fighting KSI. But I'm training my ass off. Like he's the best fighter in the world.
If somehow all hell breaks loose and you do lose, what does that do to you, your career, and your future?
Next question.
In your heart, who do you think wants to win the most? In your heart.
So here's the
Do you
thing.
think you want this win more than me in this fight?
I would bet my house on it.
bet your house
Here's the
on
thing. You have nothing.
You bet your house on it.
You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. This is your biggest payday. This is your 15 seconds of fame. You're 7.5 seconds in. How is it? How is it so far? Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? You're enjoying the 15 seconds of fame? Soak it in while you can.
Not bad, to be honest. Especially since I'm doing better than you.
But here's the thing. You have nothing to lose. I have everything to lose. I'm Jake Paul, the big bad wolf. So if
What do you do when your name's in the dirt?
you think,
What do you do when I beat you?
If you think you have a mental edge over me, you're fucking wrong, kid.
I do. You know I've been wanting this fight. You didn't want this fight.
Judgment Day
Did
is
you
coming.
want this fight?
Judgment Day is
No,
coming.
you didn't want this fight. You
January
wanted to fight
30th, everything that
you
you're
wanted to
saying
build
right
your
now, you're
profile.
gonna have to
That's
back
what
it
you
up.
told the zone. Let me
Judgment
build
Day
my
is
profile.
coming.
That's what he said.
Judgment Day is coming.
You are getting smoked, knocked down repeatedly until you are stopped.
Okay. All right. Judgment Day is coming, buddy.
And Gib, if you do win this, how does your life change? How does your future change? What's your world look like if you beat Jake Paul?
I'm immortalized. The Paul name is done. We got a guy that's fought twice and lost. He hasn't even won a fight yet. You beat a person that had no camp. So when I beat you, you're finished. You're finished and I'm immortalized, and that's it.
Clip that.
Clip it. Clip it. I would love that.
Clip that.
All right, before we go, we'll give you a chance to say your final goodbyes to your audience, to all your fans watching. What can they expect to see in Miami Thursday, January 30th?
I plan on putting on a show, making it exciting, and you're gonna see a very different fighter than you guys have ever seen before. I've been training, putting in the time, effort, and energy, and I'm just ready to go. January 30th. It's a Thursday, by the way, so mark that in your calendars. Live on the Zone. Subscribe, download the app right now, get your tickets, be there, and let's get rowdy.
Can the Paul brothers, or can Miami handle the Paul brothers that weekend after the fight?
Nope. Absolutely fucking not.
All right, your final thoughts on facing Jake Paul. What can your fans expect from you that night?
They expect a great performance. They expect him on the canvas. My hand raised as usual.
All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tickets on sale now, Ticketmaster.com. Please download the DAZN app and subscribe now. That's the only way you can see this fight in the United States of America. 3 world title fights on the card as well. Before we go, gentlemen, we'd love to have you guys do a stare down as we get set for Jake Paul and Gib.
Did you want this fight? No. Impossible. You don't have the fight. Bring the belt. Bring the belt. I'm going to get your hand it over. I want you to hand it over. Smoke. That's what you get. Smoke. Got your nose. Got your nose.
I got your nose.
I got your nose. What was that push, bro? I'm dead.
Jake, you okay from that push?
Hey, you got a quick minute?
I'm ready.
Jake, you okay from that push, bro?
What?
You okay from that push?
Wait. You want to give him a third shot or just? Keep going. Keep going, right?
You good?
Jake, that was great stuff.
You want to go here? Yeah, sure. Hey, what do you want to do? Or where do you want to go?
Just let him collab real quick and find out what they want to do and come back.
Good stuff. Ellie, building.
I don't know why it was live, but it didn't work.
I know you're gonna stay for the girl out.
It doesn't make any sense for the fight.
You always with smoke side,
Ellie, reporting. How you think? Did you enjoy that? Was that entertaining?
What's up, brother? I'm good. Devin?
He's on the contract.
Yo, come inside.
He's on the contract. So that's
Guys, we're trying to chase these guys.
It's ready.
Yeah, but that's different. That's a little different. That was a mega fight. This one would be a fight that people want to see. You know what I'm saying? So I'm open to it. Yeah, you know what? We talk
over here.
Dave Bautista before, you know, Bobby Lashley for the WWE. There's probably SASC, but I'm open. You know what I mean? I want another guy that has an MMA background. You said David trained. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I don't. He's shooting movies, man. He doesn't. You don't want to do that. But look, at the end of the day, if there's somebody out there who has an MMA background, I'm down. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You got it, bro. What's up, bro? I'm excited, man. You know, Jake, Paul and Jake, they're both a lot better athletes than a lot of people expected right before we seen them. I was even shocked the very first time I seen them train. I know Jake was there with BJ and with Shane Mosley as well. And I know he's getting the proper training. So when you have the proper training and you got guys that are pretty good athletes, it's gonna be a good showing. It's going to be a good showing, so I can't wait. I think it's going to be a quick fight. I'm not, I don't want to just side with Jake, but I do think it's going to be a quick fight. Whether that's 2 rounds, 3 rounds, I don't see it going the distance.
Speaking of athletes, Antonio Brown and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, Brown's about to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, future Hall of Famer.
Right.
He's elite speed. What do you feel in that matchup?
I think Antonio Brown and Logan Paul, they should fight 100%. That should happen. For one, Antonio Brown is still on the commissioner's exempt list no matter what, so he's going to have some time off. If he's in shape already, now you just have to train to get in fight shape. So now you're only talking about a couple of months anyway.
Right.
Logan is a far better athlete than a lot of people expected. And they saw him in the fight. I think a lot of people was blown away, and I think it'll be a damn good fight. I don't know if Antonio Brown is playing around or not, or if he's just,
I mean, he responded back. He said, let's do it.
Yeah, but it's one thing to talk about it on social networks. It's another thing to really want to go and do it.
Right.
I think it should happen. And if I had my hands in any of it, I will push for it to happen. I think there's a lot of people out there that want to see it happen.
You're a promoter. Would you like to have that fight on Lights Out?
Yeah, I would love to have that fight on Lights Out.
Okay.
But I think that Logan has a couple more boxing matches in him before he transitioned into MMA. He has a wrestling background. He's wrestled before. Logan has. So for him to just transition in MMA, it will be easier for him in MMA than it is in boxing.
Logan's the favorite in Vegas. Would you side with your NFL or would you go with Logan?
It'll be tough because I seen Logan.
Yeah.
Right? I seen what Logan could do. We haven't seen what Antonio Brown could do, but I do know this. Football players, especially, we have a different level of strength, we have a different level of athleticism, so that learning curve is a lot quicker for us. Okay. That's one thing that I've been preaching for Lights Out. Right. That's why we have so many guys transitioning from former football players into MMA, because it's an easy transition for us. So I know that he's going to do well, but how well, we don't really know.
If you had to put your money on it, who'd you go with?
If I had to put my money on it, that'd be tough.
You got to pick one, bro.
It's going to be hard to go against one of my NFL brothers, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I haven't seen anything on film yet, so I have to go with Logan.
Okay.
I have to go with Logan just for the sheer fact of I've seen what he can do, and I think that with his wrestling background, he has some wrestling background in high school. I think he can make that transition a lot faster.
Got it. Last one. Did you see Antonio Brown's rap video?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I ain't like it, man. Yeah. He's talking about no more white girls in 2020. Leave all that shit. Do something else. Do something else. Go get back on the field, man. He's bored.
There you go.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
What do you think about McGregor's comeback against Cerrone, man?
I can't wait. Cowboy, man, he's one of my favorite fighters because his style. I love his style, man. You know you're gonna get a show every time he touches go in the cage. And Conor, I would say Conor is probably my favorite fighter, and just because what he's done for the sport, and his entertainment side of it. But his everything he's done away from it, he's so much bigger than what he's done in the cage. But people forgetting that this is one of the, he will probably go down as one of the best MMA fighters that's ever done it. And so I'm waiting for his return. And I think the sports need him. I think the UFC needs him. And it'll be good for everybody when Conor get back to the cage again.
The big matchup later on this year in April, Khabib versus Tony Ferguson. 5th time around, trying to make it happen. Does it happen this time, and who takes it?
It has to happen, but I think that whoever went between Tony Ferguson and Khabib will go down as top 3 greatest fighters of all time. This has been a matchup that I hope that they make happen right now and don't let it happen too far down the road. Let these guys get it on in their prime.
In terms of boxing, who's the decade of the fighter? The fighter of the decade, excuse me. Fighter of the
I want to say John Jones. Right? I mean, I know he's been suspended on and off, and he's missed some time or whatever. But when you talk about just sheer athleticism and sheer, probably the greatest MMA fighter of all time, you got to still go with John Jones, even though he hasn't been as often as a lot of the other guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just know, for 5 years of you licking Jake's gooch, I made more money on 1 week, you little pussy.
Actually, that's not.
Well, what do you want?
It's really not.
What do you want?
Hey, I'm scared of your push. Don't push me, please. Please don't push me. I'll fall on the ground.
Walk away, lanky fuck.
Alright, so this is the first of many.
I don't want to. They fucking walking on this shit. They don't shit. What's gonna happen? Nothing.
And you got Vidal Riley in your corner. He already, got the win.
Coming in with this fat body.
Alright, so how do you feel with Vidal training you? He's obviously a great guy. You already trained. Look, KSI against Logan, and he's a lone fighter as well. How do you feel with him?
It's good. I've been training with him for like 4 years. From so yeah, it's not like someone like used to. Jake has pushed out with 4 trainers because one person failed, another person failed, another person failed. How many world heavyweight champions do you need? How many champions do you need to train? You're just not good.
That's why I got back because they got hurt. Most athletic background, and the game has changed a little bit.
When he first did that, there was fight, you can say it. But then when he explained it, that he actually throws combinations and you actually look at it, it's true. Logan's scared to get hit. He hasn't even want to fight it. So I don't know if fight is going to continue for him. It doesn't really make sense. Number one. But Jake can definitely throw him. That's what he's going with. I said round 3. They can throw him in the second. Great.
Do you want to come to those after parties? Do you want to come to
Of course, though. I feel like everyone's here is a Jake Paula. I think a Jake Paula, everyone is a Jake Paula. No, I don't want to go to that shit.
Alright, I'm going to see you sometimes again. This is the first of many conversations that you will have with Paul Brothers. What do you guys say to the fans, especially here in America? What do you guys say?
The American fans are my fans.
All the fans. And
all the fans. Buy the fight. It's on the zone. January 30th. Thursday.
Yeah. So I've been stretching every day, just boxing 16 years and then stretching. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
And I used to do sports.
Just done.
Ya casi se echan putazo.
Heavy in terms of like less, and I make quick movements.
Why do fights always break out when I'm interviewing people? That's bad luck.
That's good. Just got your cameraman to get it. Make sure your cameraman gets all the BS. What's up, man? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Can you talk real quick, or are you guys still?
What channel are you from?
KO Artist Sports, and I help behind the gloves as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And both of you guys.
So you want to get a picture?
Yeah, so good friend.
Yeah, let's go.
Here you guys. Thank you.
All right.
You want to do it here or you want to do it in the
We can do it with the background. Yeah.
How are you? It was live.
Better than those.
Yeah, Riley, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good, good. It's kind of heated again. I guess it was expected, right? As usual.
It's always animosity. That's what sells the fight, you know. So nothing. It went exactly how I thought it would go.
Right.
It went exactly how I thought.
It wasn't as confrontational as Logan and JJ
Because
was.
Gibbs a completely different personality. So I know he's not going to come with the whole full speech. He's just straight to the point. He just wants to fight. He's a fighter. That's what I'm saying. He's a fighter.
When you see this matchup, kind of having seen their amateur fights, the few that they've had, where are the aspects that you could take advantage of in Jake Paul?
Well, the thing with Jake, as I said, he's a good boxer. I keep saying this because for the level that he is, he does things I can see, that are traits of a good boxer. What the problem is with Gibbs is he sets such a high pressure and tenacity that for a novice to think under that pressure is extremely difficult. That's why I give him in the fight, because when you're thinking of moves that Shane's taught you or someone's taught you, it takes years to be able to do those things under pressure. And with the pressure Gibbs brings, it's hard to think, and that's why he gets steamrolled out of the fight.
When or just quickly, you and Shannon kind of went back and forth a little bit, but it seemed to kind of squash at the end.
Yeah. No, the thing is, as I always say, I never intentionally wanted to start with Shannon. He started, and then I kind of just retaliated every time. That's how our relationship was. I'm a boxer primarily. I have respect for all world champions, present, past, future. Shane, legend of the sport, someone I watched growing up. He hasn't started on me, so I have nothing to say. I have nothing but respect for him. If he decided to say, and insult me as a man, I defend myself, I insult back. But I don't think there's going to be a need for that this time.
You're kind of you get put in a rough position with that because, Shannon's former heavyweight champ, Shane, Hall of Famer. And so it's kind of one of those things where you don't want to be disrespectful because you are respectful of the sport and all that.
I'm respectful of the sport, legends of the sport, and I don't see myself being disrespectful to Shane because he doesn't come across as that character, and even as a fighter, he wasn't that loud talking guy. So I don't expect to see anything, crazy from Shane. I just know he's going to give him as much information as he can. But the thing is, whether you've won 5 world titles or you're a free fight novice pro like myself, we can't do the fighting for them. Whatever we tell them, can they put it into the ring? Shane doesn't even know that himself yet. He finds out when I find out. But the difference between me and Shane, I've trained Gib for 2 fights before. So I can go to the ring knowing Gib will do this because he's done it before. This is his first time coaching Jake, so he's in anticipation as much as Jake is to whether he will actually deliver the skills being taught in Big Ben.
It's a very good point, man. It's something a lot of people I feel haven't thought about.
I haven't, because they head a name and then they go, if you train with Shane Mosley, then he's gonna do well. But can you do what Shane's telling you?
Telling you, man, all these YouTubers are gonna come for you, bro. When for the training.
This is my last time.
This is the last it. This is it.
Listen, I'm 22. I'm 3-0. I've just signed a good deal, promotional deal.
Yeah.
I need to fulfill that and focus on my journey,
Yeah.
as I have done since I was 6 years old. This has kind of been a great way to kind of mingle and learn, get used to the cameras, the backdrops.
Yeah.
But I know at heart I'm a fighter. I don't want to coach. So after I coach Gib to beat Jake, which I always do, I always coach my guys to win. I'll step back and focus on myself.
What's big fight February 22nd?
Yeah.
Wilder Fury 2.
Yes.
How does that break that down for him?
I personally love Tyson Fury's style. I think that he's one of the best boxers in recent time as a heavyweight. But I can't go against Wilder because, as he says, I only have to focus for 2 seconds. How can you bet against someone in a 12-round fight that needs 2 seconds or a second to make a difference? So I'm gonna go with Wilder. I want Fury to win, genuinely, but I think Wilder's gonna land the shot, and I think he will.
Fury.
Even with the experience of having watched the first fight, he landed the shot. He landed 2 of them.
Yeah.
On him in the 12th round. Yeah, you
It was
know.
only 2 or 3 full power punches, and Fury fell from those punches. So it's hard to say, you know, I think Fury's gonna win. But I was there for the first one. I'll be there for the second one too.
Rank the top 3 heavyweights for me. Last
The
question.
top 3 heavyweights right now will be Fury.
In order.
In order.
In order.
Okay. Wilder, AJ, Fury. Not based on skill. This is not skill I'm talking about. I'm talking about where they are based on belts, based on recent victories, and I'm going with that order.
And my last one, Wilder, Joshua. If that does happen, if your prediction comes true, he does knock out
If
Fury.
AJ can box how he did against Ruiz the second time, he can give himself an easy night. And if he stands still too long, then I don't know. It's one of those. That's why that fight is interesting. I don't know. I'll sit on the fence for that one. But AJ's performance in his last fight was amazing. And if he can do that all the time, I don't think he'll get beaten again.
Yeah. But all right, thank you so much, sir, for your time. Best of luck. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Can I give you 2 seconds?
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah. You supposed to leave? Did they leave already, the Pulse in them, or they're still up there?
No, they're still
Oh, they're okay. Everyone cleared out. I thought they left. What's up, brother? How you doing? Good to see you, fam.
Alright, everyone's sitting on the fight ahead, nothing more, nothing less. Blah, blah, blah. I'm focusing right now on the fight ahead of
You are. It's just not good. It's not good. It's terrible. No, not the community. And besides, look, they're going to talk about it on the show anyway. Let's get the same story. It doesn't add to that.
The guy on the edge. Not no more. Not no more. Rated cards on standing right now.
I think he's the best fighter. And that's why he needs to be better than his head was but it doesn't matter if he's better or worse. My guys are always better.
Gib. Real quick, brother, can I get let me get your prediction for Fury Wilder 2, man. How does that play out?
Fury Wilder 2, there's always this debate. You can't count out Wilder because he's got that one punch.
Right.
But I was talking to someone that said about him changing trainers. If that could be an issue.
Fury.
Fury.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I want the Fury to win, but you can't count out that one punch. You can't count out.
What do you think about that, about the change of trainer? It's pretty close to maybe the biggest fight of his career, right?
So there's one talk where how long has he been boxed for? 20.
Since he was a kid, so 20 some plus years.
Some crazy amount of years. So his new trainer is not really going to teach him anything new, but because he knows about boxing, he knows well enough. But maybe it's their future. He's going to go back to what he knows when he comes to fight. But does that make? I'm not sure if that makes a difference for someone like him. I'm not too sure.
Does that, I guess, style-wise, did he need to fight I mean, does that change his style going into it, maybe?
I can waffle and act like I know, but I don't bloody know. I don't know.
What do you think about AJ's performance against Ruiz second time around?
It was good. You could tell that he was anxious before it because he'd been dropped by this guy, and he wasn't the underdog, but he was beaten by the underdog, and then he comes in, oh, this guy's already dropped me, he's already hurt me. He did what he had to do to get the win. Maybe it wasn't the most exciting way to win, but he did what he had to do.
Rank the top 3 heavyweights in the world in order for me.
In order?
In order,
I don't want to do the order.
Everyone knows the names. I need an order. I need to make it controversial.
No,
I need someone to be mad at you.
No. So I'm saying like a fan. I'm saying like a fan that I want to see who's going to win this little tournament. Right. I want to see who's going to win this tournament.
Yeah.
Between AJ, Fury and Wilder. That's what I want to see. I want to see who's going to win that tournament.
Did you say that in order?
The thing is, I didn't say that in order. So, Wilder could beat all 3. This is what I'm saying. Could beat all 3. Fury could beat Wilder, but Wilder could also beat Fury. I think Fury beats AJ, but AJ could beat Wilder, but you could also get smoked by Wilder. I don't know, man. I don't know. You just gotta wait and see the fight.
I feel like that's every fan's perspective.
Yeah, I can't give an opinion.
Yeah, Dib, I appreciate your time, sir. Best of luck, man. Thank you. Cool. What's up, bro? How you doing, brother? How was Atlanta?
It was a miss.
Oh, okay. They're still up there? They're still up there?
Yeah, they're still up there.
Are they doing interviews or what are they doing?
Yeah.
Oh, they're doing interviews? Oh, okay.
There's only one more left after that one, and then I think they'll bring it back.
Should we just do it right here? Why don't we just do it right here? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Stay quiet.
Supposedly he's coming back down, but yeah, I don't know. Everyone, why is everyone gone?
I don't know. Is everybody at a spot?
Yeah. We can go.
But they have to score you.
Who? Oh.
There's still Mosley's there.
Mosley's up there too? Yeah, we're in the wrong spot. Yeah, it's up there, but we have to get someone to take us up instead.
Yes. He gets smoked, number 1. He doesn't have the following to get.
See you. Out of here? All right, brother. Yeah. See you at the next one.
not really used to this. Thank you, thank you.
I know. No one believed this. No one believed it. I told everyone it was going to happen. Did you believe it? Probably not. Look up there. Look up there. That's me. It's me and Jay up there. It's happening. It's happening.
Because last time I talked about you and Jake fighting well before the local ball fight, you were chanting with the advocates game.
But now they know who gives it. Give it because of the fighting.
Can we get up to talk to?
Yeah, she's really bottom of the stairs and we can.
All right.
I knew it. I saw that.
All right, brother. See you next time. I'm gonna wait and see, try to grab somebody and be like, yo, let me in.
Let me in. Let me in.
Actually, I forgot I was still live talking all that shit. I was still live, yeah. Talking a lot of shit for still being live. Somebody told me they was gonna come get me. Look at all this stuff. This fancy stuff. Rosebud product, whatever that is. Sounds interesting. That is. Yeah, we're supposed to get Jake and probably Logan. Logan. Thank you guys for watching. We're about to go up this staircase and get Jake Paul in. So.
I'll be right back, buddy. Yeah.
There's a fancy little wall right here. Get the boxes and matches here.
You got the Logan KSI stuff? The other one was
We're gonna get it. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Got to empty out my phone.
hopefully I didn't jinx it.
Alright guys, we're supposed to get Jake and Logan probably. Waiting to get up here. $100 for that fan. $100 tag.
Alright, good luck, man. Give me a left.
Alright guys, I'm actually going to end this live stream because I'm going to go upstairs and I'm probably going to need to use this camera for a video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, appreciate it. And alright guys, thank y'all for watching. I'll have to probably... Oh shit, my phone died.